Hey friends, Brent here. Neil Morris has just released a new solo album called Sola Gratia. Anybody who watches this channel knows I love anything that Neil Morris puts his hand on, or has had his hand on. How does Sola Gratia stand up against his previous works? Come back, find out, and I'll tell you what I think. In a year which will be remembered for the pandemic that brought the world to a halt, musicians are using this unique opportunity of extended home stays to create new music. This isolation offered an opportunity for Neil Morris to focus on his progressive rock solo concept work. Longtime musical partners Mike Portnoy and Randy George bring their talents, as well as some guitar and keyboard work from Eric Gillette and Bill Hubauer, respectively. Unlike with the Neil Morris Band, they are not involved in the writing or the singing on this concept album. This album was also entirely recorded remotely due to the travel restrictions of COVID-19. Neil Morris has described this album as similar to Question Mark and Sola Scriptura. The music inspiration to Sola can be heard right from the beginning, as Neil's melody during the preface brings back one of the most memorable melodies from the original Sola Scriptura masterpiece. If you've never heard Sola Scriptura, I recommend you listen to it as well. Sola Gratia is Latin for grace alone. It is based upon the life of the Apostle Paul, from his aggressive persecution of Christians in the early church to his conversion to Christ on the road to Damascus. The overture is 6 minutes of great music, which quickly recalibrates the ears to the deep compositional skills of Neil Morris. Melodies and musical passages are exciting and fresh and quickly remind the longtime fans of the sound recognized as far back as 2000, right after his departure from Spock's Beard. This fades to the first release and video, In the Name of the Lord. This is an intense and straightforward rock song. The story continues from Paul's perspective as Ballyhoo, the chosen ones, leads the listener through his thought process of why he must persecute the Christians. Following Ballyhoo, we have a song called March of the Pharisees, and this is a short kick-ass instrumental which leads to the arena rock style anthem, Building a Wall. I have no doubt in my mind that this song will surely bring a loud audience interaction during a live performance. After Building a Wall, we have a short instrumental called Sola Intermezzo, which nicely brings back the opening riff of Sola Scriptura. Now we have one of three of my favorite songs on the album, the first being a song called Overflow. This is a beautiful melody accompanied by piano and strings, and is backed by some chorus of voices, flutes, and a great groove from Mike Portnoy and Randy George. Warmer Than Sunshine is a mostly instrumental piece that contains all things which satisfy the prog musicianship of dynamics and depth. It's indeed a great contrast of the heavy and melodic character of this album, and provides a great balance. At this point of the story, it is building up to the final conflict. Never Change, which is another favorite of mine, is a terrific song, bringing almost 8 minutes of Neil's vocals at their best in showcasing a very soulful, understanding, and emotional delivery. In the story, this is Paul's stubborn resistance to the conflict building up inside. This leads to the second release and video, Seemingly Sincere. And I'll have to say this is my third favorite song on the album. As the longest song on the album, Seemingly Sincere at 9.5 minutes, is the highlight of the album and describes the stoning of Stephen at the hands of Paul. As the song progresses, it has an extended instrumental section with great rock riffs, keyboard solos, and a long-awaited, yes, Mike Portnoy has a drum solo. You can't help but not bang your head at the last few minutes of this epic track. Paul's eternal struggle is at the maximum, And on the song The Light on the Road to Damascus, he is more determined than ever to go down south and wipe them all out. However, the tone changes as his conversation takes place. Now on the rest of the album, it changes its tonality as Paul's persecuting days are done and is forever changed. The Glory of the Lord is an uplifting song which peaks at the offering of a very epic Eric Gillette solo as he adds his name to the list of guitarists which have brought their legendary chops to a Morris studio solo album. The choir closes the song in epic fashion and leads into the final Now I Can See and the Great Commission. As expected, this is your usual Neil Morris epic ending with the feel-good ending and a terrific calm conclusion with a solo piano, wrapping it up as an instant classic. Now, in conclusion, I have to say a few things. Most of this album is straight from the Neil Morris playbook, so fans will pretty much know exactly what they're getting, and long-standing critics will not be wooed. As usual, Neil Morris has given us a solid effort. Fans of his music will not be disappointed. I know I wasn't. It's just a little bit more of the same old stuff. I decided to give this album an 85% rating. I think it deserves it, but I think that's a fair score as well. Hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed my little insight and review of Sola Gratia. Now I'm going to show you the physical copy of the album that I've purchased. That, of course, is the front cover. Didn't know what to think about that cover initially, but the more I look at it, the more it suits the album, and the more I really, really like it. There, of course, is the back, with all the song titles there. Gatefold with more pictures and some credits. Here is the lyric sheet. And of course, with all Inside Out records lately, it seems they also give you a handy dandy version of the CD, which is always a nice touch. I usually just put mine in the collection behind me or listen to it ad nauseum at work and make everybody else listen to it as well. And I will show you the vinyl labels because they are unique. There, of course, is side 1. There is side 2. There is side 3. And there, of course, is side 4. Well, thanks for your time, guys. I enjoyed making these reviews. Please leave your comments below. I'd like to start up a conversation about music related to Neil Morris or not. Doesn't matter. Anyways, drop me a line. Take each other. See each other soon. Good night.